that kind of intro. We literally just go. So last time on Shiny Hunting Kanto, we got Bulbasaur. Now, we continue looking for both Charmander and Squirtle. The one that got Bulbasaur was the Leaf Green, which is on the bottom. So now we continue looking. No shinies. So, yeah, that's all complete. Literally, we got, but if you want to hang out and chat and chill, all that fun stuff, feel free to. But yeah, we got the Bulbasaur last time. So now we're looking for Charmander and Squirtle. So, do I expect to get them this time? I just got one, so the answer is no. But you never know. You actually never know. We were supposed to be doing a collab with Koopa today, but unfortunately, Koopa's internet decided that they wanted to have a what do they call it again? Not a blackout. Outage, yes, an outage. Yeah, Koopa had an outage. So due to that, instead, I'll be shiny hunting. I could have been playing Mario Kart too, but I decided I was gonna play Pokemon, and I'm kind of sad I didn't get to shiny hunt yesterday. So I'm going to be shiny hunting today, cause we got a shiny Bulbasaur on Wednesday, and that gave me such a high that I'm kind of hoping that I can see a shiny Charmander or shiny Squirtle today. So tell me, how's everything going with you? Hope you're having a good one. The viewer of the month should be happy. You got viewer of the month for the best month, my birth month. Which reminds me, exclamation mark birthday. I know you already voted. Hold it a bit. I should check to see how that's going. If any more votes have come in or not. I don't expect there to be more, but I could check. Dang, that's a regular looking turtle and a very regular looking lizard. Very unfortunate thing. Very, very unfortunate things. Where's my Discord? Let's check. Let's check this poll. And we got about, what, 8 more days? And yeah, nothing's really changed. We've had 9 participants. Wait. Was there more? No, Marcin was... Nothing's really changed, but I feel like the number went up still. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like I already saw this one. Your parents with stuffing storage from the garage to a truck, so that was cool. I mean, helping family is always cool with me. So far, I think I'm gonna play the top 5 games plus Mario Kart World. I took a nap too. I'm weird, I would say, where my body, like, how do I put this? Pretty much, the moment I go outside, if I come back inside after taking like the subway or anything like that, I'm just tired. And I need to nap after. Every time. There's no exceptions to this. Every time I go outside and I come back in, I need to nap. I don't know if it's because of this. And it doesn't matter which time of the year it is. Like, it could be summer, which it is now. It could be winter. It could be fall. It could be spring. I leave my house and I come back. Even if it was up even just an hour, simple after, I need to sleep right after. Like, immediately. It's like, I did my duty. Let me go back. I'm done. I have too much sunlight. I have too much air. Let me sleep now. That's how I work, at least. That's YouTube. I can't do it. I'll try it's just not for me. That's why when I see people like, oh, with getting a new job, like, oh, you should try to get. Don't worry about going for fully remote. But I'm like, if I don't get a fully remote job, I'm not going to be able to function properly. So I'm still aiming for a fully remote job. It's just not as easy as I would like it to be. Finding a job, that is. Like, job market's ass. Not every day after school. When I was younger, I didn't have that issue. Like, not every day after school, but definitely. If I did extracurricular activities, maybe I would not. It depends. Some days I would legitimately be out of it. School was. I grew up in the Caribbean, it's hot. As much as I enjoy it, it's still hot. So, at some point, you do knock out. God, it's a little too hot for you. That's that. I understand that. Someone just came in on YouTube side. Hi, Brett. How you doing? I honestly, I don't know. It's weird to say, but I might. I'm. I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing well, Brett. I might consider getting a part-time job. I'm mainly looking for full-time, but I might get a part-time job. Still fully remote. It depends entirely on the circumstances, but I'm working on a project right now, and I feel pretty good about it right now. I feel like progress is pretty smooth. Not the best it could be, but I feel like it's pretty smooth. And if this project works, then like starts to really gain traction, then I'm just gonna go into business for myself, which has always been my plan in the first place. You know what I find funny? I need to turn my screen so it stops reflecting, so that you can't see what's on my other screen. Even though literally nothing's on my other screen. Besides the random wallpaper that they give me. Well, I never really care about that. But yeah, hope everyone's having a good day today. Trying to find me. What do you think I'm gonna find next? Squirtle or Charmander? We found Bulbasaur first. We found Bulbasaur. Are we gonna find Charmander or are we gonna find Squirtle? And technically, this is the start of it. I don't know how many we've done, but it's clearly less than 100 at this point. But hoping, maybe I'll be blessed 2 days in a row. 2 shinies, well, not 2 days in a row, but 2 episodes in a row. I don't expect it, but hey, I'll be honest, I honestly cannot wait to get out of the lab. I honestly cannot wait to get out of the lab. Like, being 100%, the lab is the one place I do not enjoy being right now. Like, this hunt feels... It doesn't feel awful per se, but I know other hunts are faster. Because you have to reset every single time. Versus like, oh, I don't run into the Pokemon I do, and then you keep going into the wild Pokemon. And then you have the ability to phase in other ones. These ones, well, I'm not going to be able to phase at all, but so that's really good. But it's still kind of like, how should I put it? I don't want to say disappointing. I just want to say it's... I'm tired of being in the lab. I've been in the lab for a decent while, and as we can see, the turtle has been eluding me for a while. That was me biting into an apple. If Among Us is really to be played on the birthday stream, I'm gonna need everyone who voted for that shit to show up. Not gonna lie. Not because I don't enjoy Among Us, but because Among Us needs a lot of people. I gotta figure out a schedule for that, for the birthday stream. It's like a week away. I have to figure out a schedule for it. Well, there's certain games that require a decent amount of people too. So figuring out the play order is very important. I know I'm not playing Mario Kart World last. I'm playing like second to last. When figuring out where everything else is gonna land. That's a regular looking lizard. I'm not gonna lie. It would be very sad if Leaf Green finds all of the shinies in the lab. Considering they've already found one. If they find all three, I'd be very, I don't know how to put it, slightly disappointed. So I'm praying for Squirtle to be the next one. Nope. Oh, shit. How much of this shit? Alright. Alright. Still shiny. I'm saying still like I didn't find a shiny last time I did this. It's not gonna be a while. I mean, it is gonna be a while before the next one. I literally just started. After everyone, I'll take a bite of this apple. Eventually, my apple will be gone. No shiny. juicy apple. Still no shiny. Makes sense. I'll have to close this tab out. Plus, another thing likes to start really stuff on its own. Oh yeah. Wait, are we good? No. Um. Alright. I was still mashing and I wasn't mashing. I was just messaging my wife, that's all. I'm not even looking at the Charmander skin, I'm looking at my stream. I like Bulbasaur, which, to be fair, you can distinctly tell the shiny in Bulbasaur still. But Charmander is very distinct shiny. The yellow slash gold shows up very, very well. So I'd be able to tell immediately. We're gonna have to look for the green shell more than anything else. But Charmander, it's easier. You know what I want to do? Make my life a little easier. Especially because it'll make me not as bored. Increase that a little bit so that y'all can hear it. Increase the game audio a little bit. And this is how I'm gonna do it. Hi, Big Slap Bonanza. How you doing? I'm just shiny hunting. I'm basically trying to shiny out the entirety of Kanto. So far, we have gotten just one, and it is the Bulbasaur. looking for Charmander and Squirtle. And when I said the entirety of Kanto, I specifically mean my taste in games. I mean, I don't know if I agree with that. Like, I do think this is a amazing game. I, however, think that shiny hunting in it is another thing. Like, being 100%. Bulbasaur that I got last time was the first ever shiny I've ever gotten in this game. Oh, you want me to mark on a smash? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I haven't played Smash in a while though. If I remember correctly, you're the one that donated the $1, right? I'm trying to make sure that I remember correctly, but I feel like you were the one that donated the $1. But I remember that name. I play a lot of Mario Kart, Smash. Well, not Smash as much anymore. I don't like what the Smash community has done to Smash. Yep, that was you. I remember. Cause I remember when you changed your name too. You've been in here with this name before. But yeah, I don't like what the Smash community has done. And I don't mean like the outrageous things they've done. I mean that they are so heavily mod reliant that it is hard for me to enter anything online because I have a Switch too. And even then, I'm not going to mod my regular Switch either because how many of them have literally lost the ability to play online because of that? Like, sure, you could always make another account, but I'd rather not. It seems tedious and annoying. So to me, it's more like, I don't want to deal with that. And they're just so like, oh, but why you should do it, everyone should do it, and I just don't want it. It's not even Nintendo being heavy-handed, it's that when there's mods I don't mind, and then there's mods where I'm like, yeah, you should never introduce this to the community in any way, shape, or form. And the Smash community has done the latter. Like, the moment you introduce something that is changing the way the game works, like frame rate wise or anything like that, which is what they did, they changed the amount of lag that you have, the input lag online. Mario Kart really felt weird. The Mario community felt weird with World. That's all I can say about that. But yeah, the input lag, the delay mod, yeah. The moment you change the baseline of something, but it's not universal, is the moment I have a problem with. Because if it's not universal, it just creates a tier system, which makes it harder for people that do not do it to go online and participate in the same way. And because of how much they focus on, like, it being quote-unquote a good thing, it's not a good thing because you obviously you've now segregated the community and you don't even realize that you've done it. My main problem with it is like, I can't go into a tournament anymore because I can go into a tournament, online tournament, and I can play against someone and I can say, hey, I'm not using this thing, please don't use it. And they will moan and groan about it first, then they will pretend to turn it off, and then when they go ahead, they play with it on, which is an unfair advantage against me. So it's just, when you create something like that, it's a problem. Yeah, it's a problem. That's why I don't like it. Like, common sense would tell you not to create something like that. Like, no one cares about hits. No one cares about any of that stuff like that. But the moment you create something that can be used for cheating, yes. That is what I'm trying to say. It's like, oh, but it can help you with your practice. If two people are using it, then you're on the same plane as offline and all that. I'm like, yes, but a lot of the community is online, takes place in online events, and you completely ruin that space. And when people rightfully call them out for it, they act like they're being attacked in so many ways. So some people do go too far with it, but others, when we're legitimately just calling them out and be like, this is a terrible thing that you have done. This is the worst thing you could have done to the game. People are gonna come out and be like, why don't y'all see that this is good for this? We have better practice, we can do this. And I'm like, y'all are very short-sighted or just very selfish. It's one of the two. But yeah, I know it's been a while since you've been here, but if you do !bday in chat, I have a birthday stream coming up. It is on the 23rd, so about 9 days away. You can actually vote on the straw poll that'll pop up for what games you would like to see me play on that day. Those are all of the games that I'm basically down to play. So if you'd like to vote there and influence what I play, then feel free. You can choose, it's multiple choice. You can choose as many games as you want. So yeah. But yeah, I pretty much started to do the Shiny Hunt stream on Wednesdays and Thursdays because recently I lost my job. The company decided to save. Let me put it like this. Let me put it into perspective. They're saving them literal millions of dollars on Monday. They decided to get rid of me on Thursday, and it wasn't just me. It was like a company-wide thing. It wasn't performance-wise or anything like that. They just was like trying to save money across the board because they're one of those companies that went very hard on Gen AI, and I'm not very happy about that. So to be fair, I wasn't happy about the loss of income, but I did not mind that. I didn't mind that I wouldn't be working for that company. However, loss of income sucked. I was a software developer. Pretty much ran with one of the more integral parts of the team where me and my team kind of like a backbone to a lot of the stuff that they did. So sometimes the things that we did have very big implications on different programs and different projects that came out. So we were pretty important, and we were a very small team, which is why it's like this doesn't make sense to even touch this team. 3 of us that are actually programming here, and if we get caught in any big programs, we are legit just busy. It didn't make sense to lower that part. So my boss, I did it when they were scummy too. But the higher ups did it out of nowhere. But my boss was on vacation. His immediate boss was recovering from surgery. So the way they did it is that after all that, that's when they basically were like, all right, cool. They did whatever they were doing when my boss was out. And when I texted him, literally when it happened, he was shocked. And when he got back out in from his vacation, he was trying to see if he could get me back my position. And they basically have been giving him the runaround since. So I was like, it's fine. I'll be honest. It's fine. Sure, I would like my guaranteed income back. But my team. I didn't like the team. I did not like the company. I honestly did not like the company. So to me, it's more of it sucks, but also they were underpaid. I started at the base minimum for a software developer, which is $60K. I would have been there for like 4 years in September, and my income was basically it didn't increase much. I'm pretty sure I was at like 65K. Which ain't shit when you've been doing that for pretty much 4 years. At that point, I should have gotten a bigger bump. So, that part sucks. But right now, just based off of my experience, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, based on my experience, I should 100% be able to get something that pays better, and hopefully, it is a just as good of an environment or a better environment, because my boss was a very good boss. Whenever I wanted time off, he gave me time off, everything was cool. So I'm gonna have to hope that I find another one that's similar to that. And I hope that I find it soon, because me and my wife have a trip coming up. So it's like, how do I put this? I'm trying to figure out how I can basically get a job and be like, hey guys, I'll be gone for like 2 weeks in October. So to me, it feels like ideally I would find something in like next month or in October itself, and it'd start me in November. That would be ideal. That way I already take my vacation, I don't have to worry about anything. Something smells good downstairs. I think my wife bought something. A wedding wouldn't be we have 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks. I don't think a family wedding for 2 weeks would explain that. I don't think they'd be like, you know, yeah. I could say it's my wedding anniversary. I could basically lie and be like my wedding anniversary kind of stuff, but that's true. That is true. But it wouldn't even be a lie, because that technically is our wedding anniversary trip. Like, we just had our anniversary a couple days ago, but the trip that we plan on going on, this trip is literally for that. So we were waiting till it got cooler because we're going to Japan. And we went to Japan on our honeymoon in August. Terrible idea, never do that. So we're doing a redo when it's cooler, which is why we're waiting till October. I'm going to go downstairs and check to see what my wife has. Whatever it is, it smells. Oh, I think I know what it is. It's the food that I made yesterday. Or the day before. I think that is it. I think she heated the leftovers. That's why it smells good. It's my own cooking. It's making me kind of hungry, even though I already ate mine. Oh well. I need to turn on the AC. It's getting very hot in this room. Yeah, I hope everything's been going well with you. That sounds awful. The year that I don't want to really travel to most of these places. I'm not a big winter person in general. I would never want to travel to any of those areas in like winter or anything like that. That sounds like... Summer's bad, but I grew up in the Caribbean. I'm fine with it. My wife, though, she overheats very easily, so that's not good. But yeah, sounds. I can't deal with cold. I can do warms up. I can't do cold. Oh, that one popping up is funny. That was me basically talking about the mod that they did. Dark Purples play Mario Kart. That's cool. If I played Mario Kart, he probably would have joined me. Oh well. I'll probably. Yeah. Next week. I'll play Mario Kart next week anyway. For at least an hour. No shiny. I kinda hope that I find... I don't expect to find one today. Like I said, I found one the last time I was live, so I don't expect to get a Charmander or a Squirtle, but if I do get them, it'd be way under odds, which is cool. Well, besides it being way under odds, it would be very, very good to just be one step closer to be out of the slab. Did I ever play Mega Man? No. Never played a Mega Man game. I've heard about them. The closest I've come to play Mega Man is like, what's it called? I don't know if I played it or not, but it was the series. It may have been the X. No, was it X? It's, you know, the one where it had the anime where it was Jack and Mega Man? That one? I'm pretty sure one of my friends had that game. The one with the grid. I'm pretty sure I played a bit of that from them. But I haven't played a traditional Mega Man game before. I don't remember what that one was called, but that series, that was with like Mega Man X, I believe. That was my go-to game off stream. Still have the same kind of go. Like, I play a lot of Smash off stream still. I play sometimes Mario Kart, both Mario Kart 64 and Mario Kart World. And whatever game I'm currently just playing through. Like right now, I finally decided to play through Engage, Fire Emblem Engage, because it's been basically slowly trudging my way through it. And the reason why it's been taking me a while, I want to make sure that I say this correctly because I've seen other people express the same opinion, and I agree with this opinion. That Fire Emblem Engage is one of the best gameplay-wise. Like, gameplay-wise, this game is amazing. This game is good. Like, love the gameplay. Absolutely love the gameplay. The game plays so well. It is so good. It is some of the best Fire Emblem gameplay I've ever had. The story sucks. The story sucks. The story sucks. The characters feel kind of lame. Every aspect of it feels meh. And I feel like a very big part of why I feel that way about it too. There are so many characters in this game, like a shit ton of characters in this game, and none of them stand out to me in any really good way. Like, not even like, oh, for the looks or anything like that. Like, none of them stand out for me. I don't know how else to put it. It's, the character work is lame. The story is lame on top of that. It's just, yeah. Oh, Fire Emblem's already a huge IP. Fire Emblem is already a huge IP. It got huge with Awakening, which, I'll be honest, I don't understand how they got huge with Awakening. No, let me not say that. I understand why it got huge with Awakening. Classic mode, which is the way it's normally been played, turns people off. Casual mode, where even if your characters die because you made a mistake, you get to keep them in the next battle. People love that. People love that, and it made them able to connect with the game more because one of the things about Fire Emblem is that a big part of why it was niche is that a lot of it's pretty difficult depending on how you play it and depending on the game. And because it's pretty difficult, when you lose characters and you lose them permanently, that sucks. And people are never really happy when you lose someone permanently. So because of that, Fire Emblem was struggling for a bit. And once they had the ability for people to not lose your characters permanently, casual mode, it worked out. That's why Awakening did so well. And you have 3 houses was amazing. And I think Engage is very good play-wise. Like, it is a very good game to play. It's just the story doesn't suck me in. And one thing about Fire Emblem that I will always say, the stories are normally good. The stories in Fire Emblem games are normally good. And Engage drops the ball heavy. It's also how I feel. That's what Awakening too to some degree. Like I feel like Awakening story is also really bad. Like really, really bad. But saved the franchise. But its story wasn't good. I heard that Fate's story was worse. And that's how people don't understand why Three Houses doing as well as it did was so good for the franchise. It had a good story. It had a good plot. It had multiple good stories, multiple good plots, multiple enjoyable characters. Like Three Houses reinvigorated that series in a way that was much better because their writing was god awful. That's why with the new one that's coming out, Fortune's Weave, the fact that it's back in the Three Houses world gives people a lot of hope. That, oh, maybe we'll get another really good story. And if they basically improve on the way Engage played, it's probably going to be the best Fire Emblem game. Like, it has so much potential, but Engage is just, they dropped the ball. They had the gameplay. The gameplay was great. They just dropped the ball in the story. That's the thing though, Fire Emblem has not had many soulless games. I feel like only, to me personally, Awakening, I've never played Fates, so I can only talk on what I played, but Awakening, and to some degree Engage, feel a little soulless. But Three Houses, that game was so goddamn good. Some of the older ones, like the one with Erica and Ephraim, really good. Sacred Stones, that one, I enjoyed that. The one with Lynn, Blazing Sword, Blazing Blade, the one with Roy, even though, I'll be honest, Roy pisses me off. He's an awful lord. But these games were good. Don't get me started on the Telia series. The ones with Ike, they were so good. I've never played F-Zero. My first F-Zero game was F-Zero 99. I played it with friends, but I've never really owned one, and I don't hate it. It's just not for me. Hi, Kenny. Hopefully your trip outside is fine and dandy and everything goes good with you. How have you been doing? I like racing games to some degree. Played Diddy Kong Racing, I enjoyed it. I played what was the other one? I played Need for Speed and stuff like that, and I've enjoyed them. I do enjoy racing games. It's just I haven't played much F-Zero, and it's not that I hate it per se. Thank you for the good luck, Kenny. It's not that I hate it or anything. I enjoyed what I played. It's just it's another racing game. I'm gonna stick with kart. At the end of the day, if you give me the option to play specific racing games, I will almost always stick with Mario Kart at the end of the day. It's not that these other games are bad. It's that I tend to have more fun at the end of the day with Mario Kart. It is what it is. Mario Kart's just the game that I enjoy more. I enjoyed the hell out of F-Zero 99, but I haven't loaded it up in months. Quite frankly, I don't know if I've loaded it up in a year. Since Mario Kart World came out, I don't know if I've touched it. Like, being 100%, I don't think I've touched it since Mario Kart World came out. And that's not like I'm not against it, because I think it's good. It's just every game has their life cycle. Every game has their life cycle for people playing it as well, and maybe that life cycle is just done for me. Like, I'm not touching Mario Kart 8 Deluxe ever again because Mario Kart World exists, and I love how Mario Kart World feels compared to how 8 Deluxe felt. Whenever the next Smash Bros. Game comes up, it's not even a probably. hoping that it's gonna be really good. I know I'm not gonna be switching off of it. I'm never going back to Ultimate the moment the next Smash game comes out. And that's not to say that Ultimate is a bad game or anything like that. But Ultimate's biggest issue is that it's on Switch 1. Ultimate's biggest issue is that it is on Switch 1. And that makes it moddable and hackable. And that makes the community make stupid decisions in those games. Switch 2 cannot be modded. Switch 2 cannot be hacked. They do not have the technology yet, and they have not made enough progress to do so. Therefore, when the next Smash game comes out, whatever you get from Nintendo is what you get. And that means, if online is trash, we all having trash online together. And that means we all have the same parity. And that means we're all gonna have the same fun. We're gonna hope that online is great. I'm gonna hope that online is great. But I'm more here about online being parity across the board than it being good. I want it to be good, don't get me wrong. But parity means I can be like, oh shit, let me enter this online tournament. I don't have to worry about some dumb shit happening. So that's why I'm more excited for the next Smash game. Ultimate's been out for a while. I've enjoyed it. I hate Steve a lot. I don't like Kazuya Mishima. There's a lot of things I don't enjoy about Ultimate. I'm hoping that the next game fixes a lot of those issues. But if I'm going to be 100%, I don't trust Sakurai. I don't trust Sakurai. And that's not to say Sakurai isn't a great developer or a great director. It's just some of the decisions that he has made makes me very unhappy. I don't know what possessed him to make Steve play the way Steve does, but that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, especially as someone who's dabbled in competitive. I don't know what possessed him to make Kazuya Mishima, but again, terrible decision. I'm not trying to deal with that again. I'm actively hoping that the next Smash game is a return to form. I guess I could say more Smash Ultimate before DLC, or more Smash 4 before DLC with Ultimate-like engine, and less Ultimate after DLC. But Ultimate after DLC is... we have some not okay things in this game. Foresight is not okay. That's with it with Bayonetta is still not okay. Okay? Steve is not okay. Kazuya Mishima is not okay. Turnaround is not okay. There's so many things that are just not okay. But Sakurai don't give a shit. Sakurai don't care. But these things are not okay. Oh shoot, I messed up with the screen. But that's just how I feel. This is me ranting. I know some people agree with me and some people don't. I get it. I just don't think that the decisions that were made were great. The DLC decisions hurt the game more than they helped it. And if we're being honest, a lot of that comes down to developer pride. Masahiro Sakurai is not only a perfectionist, he loves to experiment. He goes above and beyond with everything he touches and everything he does. This man said, I'm gonna make hero work in Ultimate, and then made one of the worst characters from competitive play, especially one of the most difficult characters when it comes to What's the word I'm looking for? Language. Language barrier is one thing. Reading is another thing because let's be real, a lot of people play video games can't read. Like anyone who's like impaired in reading and impaired in and doesn't know like every language in the world, which is pretty much everybody, struggles against hero that's not played in their language. That was like one of these decisions where I was like, bro, what is this? What is this? Like, it's different from Arson Joker being busted. And then there's DLC that's just, oh, these are good characters that fit perfectly. Like, Violence fits perfectly with Smash. Violence is one of the best DLCs that they added. Even if people were complaining about them when they got revealed. Violence was one of the best DLCs added. Then, there's... Final Fantasy was a problem. Steve, problematic. Kazuya Mishima, problematic. Pyramithra, foresight is a problem. But the characters are so dimpable that as bad as overpowered as foresight is, they're not that good. Like, they have too much issues. They're very easy to exploit. Of course, you need to find an opening to exploit it, which is the hard part. But once you get that opening, Pyramithra is not that bad. Someone who has a -2 versus them. That's not fun to fight. But, yeah. They're not... Who else was in Fighter Pass 2? Like, the entirety of Fighter Pass 2 was a problem, if I recall correctly, except for Sephiroth. Who else was in Fighter Pass 2? Oh yeah, Sora. Sora's fine, but also Sora's... I don't like Sora. Sora's painful to fight. Well, they're not like problematic game-wise. Alright, so I'm probably gonna do a short stream today, just like an hour. So at 8 o'clock, I'll probably call it around 7:55-ish. That way, I can get some time to just chill, relax. And maybe we'll get a shiny in the next 5 minutes. Who knows? Alrighty, what do we get? That's a regular looking Charmander. That's a very regular looking Squirtle. Recently, I've been playing a lot of Advance Wars by Web. Very fun. I made a couple games. I'm hoping that they go very smoothly, but one of the people that joined them, I don't know why, but he's been like 99 plus games. I'm like, why do y'all keep joining games when y'all have so many that y'all are in? You're always gonna have a turn when you log on to the game, and then you can't take every single turn. I don't know why y'all join these many games. Like, I honestly, I haven't had many turns I could take this time, but keeping track of that many games is rough. I woke up today with 3 turns, which I'm fine with, but now it's gonna take me a while before I get around to another turn. Nope. I think it's 755 is what I'm gonna call it. I should have 2 pennies. Is that for my own Discord? No. No! What the hell? Why is it bracket 19 people? No, don't make me put I off round 1. No, stop it. That's like the worst thing, bro. Dang. This bracket's insane. This bracket is insane. This is the biggest harvest bracket I've seen in a while. Holy shit. I don't know how I feel about this. It's not seated. Water Fox is gonna go above me. Water Fox is 100% gonna go above me. So I don't have to worry about that at least. So I should move down at least 1 spot. Which means I shouldn't have to fight Item. So that is an insane bracket. Alright. I think after this one, I'll call it. And no shinies. Alright everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm gonna take the time out to raid someone real quick. And I'll see y'all in the next one, whatever that may be. Alright. Thank y'all so much for watching.